In a previous lifetime, I had a Tunnel Rat action figure. He was one of the smallest G.I. Joe guys that I had, but man did he pack stuff. This Tunnel Rat is the same. He packs a lot of gear. You would think that he would be top heavy. He balances pretty well. It's a very good figure. I like it a lot. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, filling you in since 2002. Like and subscribe, and let's find out a little bit more about Tunnel Rat. I admit that when I saw Tunnel Rat, I was afraid that just like the old figure, he would be top heavy, would be falling all over himself all the time, that he couldn't balance and he could not keep his gear on, much like Snow Job next door. I'm happy to say that Tunnel Rat is an excellent and well-designed action figure that can hold all of his gear easily, does not fall down, articulates pretty well. He's just a cool action figure. He's another one of those great G.I. Joe classified figures that you wonder, wow, the quality on this line is incredible. No one else at Hasbro makes figures so good, which is probably why no one buys Marvel Legend or Star Wars anymore. Well, partly because why settle for second best when you can get something such as this? This is a great action figure all over. Just like the old figure, his gun is too big for him, but that's part of the character. That's the appeal of the character. Tunnel Rats are real characters in terms of it was a function during Vietnam, and they used to go through tunnels and dig up mines. It was a very dangerous job. You had to be a small guy to do it. This is exactly what this Tunnel Rat is about. Just like the old figure, he has flashlights that you can put in his backpack. There's obviously a knife that goes in a sheath, packs, so on. You can pack mines that you find in his bag. He has extra ammo here, which is a bit floaty, and this is probably the only problem with this figure. There's so much stuff hanging on him that it tends to be a bit floaty. He even has an handkerchief here on his neck, so there's a lot of stuff on Tunnel Rat. But this is why the figure is so good, so great, and why we probably like it so much. I mean, this is good value. Look at this. A very cool backpack, gear, extra bag, kerchief, weapon, knife, flashlights, Joe Pro, you name it, he's got it. He's a smaller guy, smaller build, but that's okay. This is new to classify, so this is them modernizing the figure. When you're not using it, you can't quite put it somewhere except on his head like that, but that's okay. It fits well. Obviously, he has the usual articulations, except they're pinless. He's also a much smaller guy, so his scale looks a bit more like a woman, like the arms. They're not as big as other classified figures. He really has the scale of a woman here, but that's okay. He's a small guy, and we need small guys too. So what else can I say about Tunnel Rat? Great articulation, smooth. This latest batch from Hasbro has better articulation. While they're not as gummy, but they can also move, and you don't have to put them in hot water in order to use them. Ab crunch, butterfly joints, which are useful for him picking up his machine gun. You can remove the ammo here, put it back just like that. The backpack even is styled in the back. That's nice. But it helps to pin a lot of the gear on him. So you'll need the backpack on, even though it makes the figure a bit heavier. The original figure had black pants. This one has gray pants, but he has good knee pads, which he needs in order to go into tunnels. Tunnel Rat is a favorite of a lot of people. A lot of collectors like him because he's a fun character. Hasbro has used him a lot of time in media. He's a unique character in that sense. All I can say is go ahead and go and get your Tunnel Rat. Of course, he's gonna be sold out everywhere, but eventually he'll be peg warming like many of those figures, and you can probably get him for a decent price. All I can say is I recommend this figure 100%. It's nice, it's beautiful, and well, let's see him with other classified. See, he's the scale of a woman, a bit taller, just a bit taller than your usual female action figure. Much smaller in build than the Viper, as you can see here. The Viper is much bigger than Tunnel Rat. But there are other characters that are not so bad in terms of scale. Like Scrap Iron, who will be putting mines everywhere, and Scrap Iron will be removing them. Can even try this guy, who looks good next to Scrap Iron, and Tunnel Rat. In terms of Joes, this is my latest Joe, outside of Tunnel Rat. It's a good figure. Go get it. Like and subscribe. This is LV from Comic Book Bin, filling you in since 2002.